part of the Rockets' victory can be attributed to great shooting, balanced attack, not just Harden. PJ Tucker showed up, Eric Gordon was there, Trevor Ariza, but part of the win also came as a result of the Rockets going hunting for one Steph Curry, actively trying to target him, get him on the switches. Jalen, what did you see out there?
I like what you did there.
What
you
did I
used
do?
the term hunting.
Oh, well.
And that's exactly what they were doing to Steph Curry. Check out this play, Beats. Now, this is the one thing. When you play for the Golden State Warriors, they have multiple guys that have all NBA caliber defensive abilities. Andre Iguodala, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green is always in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. And Kevin Durant is an improved defender and basically blocks shots and shows his versatility. So when you're the weak link of that situation, Steph Curry, they're going to pick on you. And that's what's happening right here. Check this out. Look who Steph's on right now. He's standing in the corner of whatever he's trying to do. They're trying to, regardless of what's happening, I'm looking and I'm saying, whoever Steph's guarding, come to screen for me. So then he sees they're switching it, so Ariza gonna clear it out. So now all of a sudden you get the dual action, because we're gonna keep Steph a part of this play, by all means. So now they got the switch. So look, they're like, boom, they're watching. We can't help you, dog.
Oh, dear.
We tried. So now you got to cook. One-on-one, CP3 to the basket.
Not so much.
That's a bucket. Next play, James Harden. He led the NBA in scoring, okay? Trevor Ariza. They're only doing this action for one reason. Why are they doing this action right here, Bees?
They're going to do it again, aren't they?
They're trying to get Steph Curry to guard this guy. And you know what Steph Curry doesn't want to do initially? Guard that guy. He's like, help me, KD. So guess what they're going to do? No, dog. Not going to be able to do it. Hey, you come back and you screen again. We're going to force y'all to switch. So look at this. Now all of a sudden, I can't help you, dog.
And he's back.
We switched once. We switched twice. Now you just got to man up. Now, Kevin could have done a really good job of not just fanning, but that's what happens when you're the weaker defender. People sometimes get tired of helping you. And then the coaches get cute. They like, all right, we know what a weak link is. We really gonna pick on them. This is an out-of-bounds play. And you would think normally that you would try to get the ball to Chris Paul or James Harden because they're the playmakers on the team. But they're like, you know what? We got something good on Steph Curry. So watch what Trevor Ariza does. He's standing there picking his nose, acting like he's not a part of the play. And before you know it, boom, he's gonna cut right in front of Steph Curry, and he's gonna get a dunk. Watch this. Right off a sideline action, fake up, and before you know it, he's naked on the backside. So for Steph Curry, how you combat that? Obviously, your offense has to pick up. And when he's not raining threes like we're accustomed to seeing, they're going to continue to pick on him defensively. He has to find that unique balance because he's the guy they're going after.
I'm glad you brought that up. So that was the defensive side of what's ailing him. But he is also struggling on offense. And there are a bunch of theories out there. Kind of becomes a three-part question, I'd say. What's going on, number one? How do the Warriors fix it? And can they win this series with him playing badly?
Well, let's start with the third one first. They are the one team in the league that could have a former MVP play badly and still win. and so I think the answer to the last question is yes. They would much rather not have him play badly, but I think they could carry him. I mean, right now he is shooting genuinely badly. He is shooting badly.
He plays on a team.
He plays on a team.
He's fine.
Well, let's put it this way. If LeBron plays badly, Cleveland loses by 80.
Because he doesn't play on a team. He plays by himself with some dudes there.
All right, fair enough. But how interconnected are these two things is really the question that I have, is when you see him getting worn out on the defensive end, and that was a terrific breakdown, particularly on the play where he's trying not to switch and they're not letting him do it. So he's working like crazy on the defensive end. He is now still only 6 games returned from missing 2 months or whatever it was of the season for all intents and purposes with lower body injuries. So how much of the fact that they're wearing him out on the defensive end do you think is the cause for his inability on the offensive end?
That's an absolute factor. It's almost like in boxing, you go for the body. And for Steph Curry, a terrific offensive player, a guy that can take over a game with the blink of an eye, you want to make him work defensively. And what the Houston Rockets have done, they've created a small ball lineup where Tucker is going to try to match the toughness and tenacity of Draymond Green. And therefore, you have Steph Curry trying to figure who he's going to guard between CP3 and or James Harden. You really don't want to have him a lot on Eric Gordon because Eric Gordon has found ways to create offense. So in that dynamic, the way Steph can take advantage of it is he has to be productive on the offensive side. Then when he's killing on the offensive side like we're accustomed to, then some of that goes away.
Let me ask you this. When he gets his ring for this season, do you think it's going to hurt his feelings more or less that he wasn't perfect? Because this is inevitable at this point, right? I'm not one to make predictions, but I have finally just given in to what it is. They're going to be fine. The series is going to be fine. They're going to crush whoever comes out of the East. Whether he is the MVP or has one of the worst playoffs of his life, it does not matter because he is on one of the best teams that we've ever gotten to see.
And it is a team sport, and I do believe, like you, that they're going to win the championship this season. For his naysayers, and I'm not one, what ends up happening is once you elevate yourself to MVP status, people assume that your role is to always carry the team.
Right.
And you use LeBron James as an example. They brought in Kevin Durant. He was the finals MVP when they won once. Andre Iguodala was the finals MVP when they won once. So now people that are naysayers would say, okay, Steph, you've averaged a worse field goal percentage in the playoffs than you have in the regular season. Is there a drop-off there? And that's what leads to these conversations.
It's also worth pointing out they still have to win 7 more games. He can still be great in them.
Exactly.
It's not time to write off Steph. It's a fair question to ask, why has it been this? It's not, I don't think, necessarily fair to say he's not going to turn it around. He very well may. That's Steve Kerr's job to figure out how to do it.
But the other things that have worked against him, going into the playoffs or during the playoffs in the last few seasons, he's dealt with injuries.
Yeah.
2016, knee ligament. 17, knee contusion. 2018, left MCL. So that has also played a factor.